You're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Susanna Oktay. Good evening. For our top stories, 43 Mongolian athletes qualified for the Olympics. Legionnaire Manlaibayar received French military award. The WHO band supports Mongolian herders. For other news, stay tuned. The Ministry of Health reported that 1,439 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed nationwide in the past 24 hours. The total number of coronavirus cases in Mongolia is now 143,128, and 4 more people have died. The increasing number of fatalities is a big worry these days. The death toll has reached 707 in Mongolia. As of today, 1,439 new cases were confirmed. 10,862 patients are being treated at hospitals and 19,004 patients are being treated at home. 3,347 patients recovered within the past 24 hours. Unfortunately, 4 people between the ages of 20 to 80 died due to COVID-19 complications. All new cases are of domestic transmission, 855 out of which were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, and the remaining 584 were confirmed in the provinces. Among the 10,862 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide, 6,389 are showing mild symptoms and 213 are in critical condition. As of now, 64.7% of people have received their first dose and 55.4% of people have received their second dose of COVID-19 vaccines nationwide. Health officials warn the public to stay alert and follow strict social distancing, as not only the hospitals are filled to capacity, but more importantly, the health sector is facing a workforce shortage to fight against COVID-19, as more and more cases are being confirmed daily. Due to the COVID-19 critical situation in Mongolia, the Zamiud border point with China was closed, causing lots of freight and cars to be stuck at customs.
Zamiud is a southern border port town in Dornogao province. In order to reopen the border point, strict COVID-19 prevention measures are being implemented.
The preparation includes PCR testing for local residents and lockdowns. Also, disinfection tunnels have been ordered from China.
The situation is improving at the Zamiud border point, but it will still take some time to go back into full operation. The number of freight trucks from China is increasing. Also, there is a new regulation of separating coal trucks from freight trucks.
The government appointed a new working group to improve the situation at Zamiud last week. The first step was sorting out the congestion of freight and cars. To date, 200 trucks stuck in the customs control zone were inspected and passed through. During the public holiday, Zamiud was closed, but China has begun transporting goods using freight trains.
In upcoming summer days, it's likely there will be lots of rain and thunderstorms caused by ongoing heat. Travelers are reminded to drive safely, especially near large rivers.
The Meteorological Center reports that summer heat will continue in upcoming days across the country. The high temperatures will cause several intense periods of rain and thunderstorms.
In the Gulf region, temperatures have reached 40 degrees Celsius. In the upcoming days, not much change is expected. Generally, the heat will prevail in all regions.
The weather forecast shows that there will be plenty of rain in the northern region of the country. Up to date, some provinces have already experienced heavy rains and serious flooding has occurred in villages. The water level of rivers has increased due to the intense rains. According to the Meteorological Agency, water levels have increased by 15 to 80 centimeters at large rivers such as Siling, Orkhon, and Hirling rivers. Some rivers have already exceeded flood levels by 10 to 40 centimeters. These days, a number of deaths have been reported related to rivers and lakes. During the public holiday, 13 water-related deaths were confirmed. River and general water accidents are often caused by one's carelessness and ignorance. More often, there are many cases related to people getting into a river while drunk.
And here are the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics are scheduled to open on July 23rd. This year, 43 Mongolian athletes have qualified for the Games.
The Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics will launch on July 23rd in Tokyo, Japan. After a one-year postponement caused due to COVID-19, this year the Olympic Games will be organized without any spectators in the stadium. For the Olympics, 43 Mongolian athletes have qualified and are in training. This time, there will be the highest number of female athletes. There are 25 female athletes, making up 60% of the Mongolian team. Among them, there is the female team in 3x3 basketball. Also, Mongolian female freestyle wrestlers will compete in all weight categories. More female athletes have qualified in weightlifting and shooting. For the Olympics opening ceremony, the Mongolian team will have a male and a female flag bearer. They are judoka Durumbayr Ulsebayr and basketball player Holang Onulbatar. For the first time in Mongolia's Olympics history, a female athlete is chosen to be a flag bearer. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, new competitions including 3x3 basketball, freestyle BMX, and medicine cycling are introduced. For the first time, Mongolian athletes qualified in 3x3 basketball and table tennis. Mongolia gained its first gold medal at the Beijing Olympics 2008. Even though the pandemic has been challenging for the athletes, all of them are preparing the best they can for the Games.
Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
The French National Day was celebrated on Thursday, July 14th. During the celebration, a Mongolian Legionnaire, Manlaibayar, received the French military award titled Cross for Military Valor. It is usually awarded for security or peacekeeping operations outside French territory. Manlaibayar is an armored vehicle gunner in the 1st Foreign Cavalry Regiment. He was awarded for his action against armed terrorist groups in Mali. He was part of Operation Barkhane in the first half of 2020. He attended a military parade in Paris with his regiment as part of the French National Day celebration. Mongolian rock band The Who will collaborate with the Swiss Corporation in Mongolia to promote sustainable management of Mongolian steppe grasslands. The Swiss Corporation has been implementing the Responsible Nomads project that focuses on sustainable nomadic livestock production and its e-traceability system. The Who band expressed their support for the Responsible Nomads project. The steppe grassland makes up 80% of the total territory of the country. The project revitalized best practices and knowledge of nomadic herders on sustainable management of rangelands and introduced tools for responsible use and management. The project has rehabilitated and prevented from 20 million hectares of degraded rangelands from further degradation. The Who band has millions of fans around the world. By joining hands with the project, the team will certify distinct quality properties of livestock products of nomadic herding and local livestock breeds and sustainable management of steppe grasslands.
And here is the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more stories and updates. Please follow MNB World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.